I just think there's going to be tons of more people trying to get in. You know what I mean? Compared to those other two.
Well, hopefully they're ready for it. You know,
if there's 5,000 on there, I think there's going to be like 15,000 on this one. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
If you go to your server company, you can always have the option, even if you're not renting that much bandwidth, you can have an option in there say, hey, if we need it, we'll go ahead and pay for an extra blah 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 server. You know, so they should be able to handle it if they're prepared for it. Comes down to how well the companies run and if they can anticipate the problems they'd be running into. And it seems like they got the experience. I mean, the guy helped create EverQuest. He helped create, you know, Vanguard. If he doesn't,
never had problems on live EverQuest.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if he hasn't learned from those examples and he hasn't like decided to make a few plans for when the worst happens, and he hasn't been watching how like Live has been doing it recently, then like, what do you? Like, you got to be. You're in the industry, right? You got to have your eyes open.
He's supposed to be the guru of the industry, actually, dude. You know, the Buddha.
Is he? Is he like you rub his belly and you get good luck?
He's supposed to be, is what I'm saying.
Well, I guess I want to rub his belly now.
There you go.
It's a little weird.
Not at all.
I didn't see Ko do it, and maybe that's why he kept moving close to the guy.
Maybe.
Yeah, I hope it's gonna be good, and I hope at least one company finally gets it right.
It might just be our age too. Like, it's never gonna be like EverQuest. It's never gonna be like EverQuest.
I guess it could be. I mean, it's hard to replace a game. It's hard to replace a game like EverQuest when you grew up playing it. It was all brand new the first time around. So I get what you're saying on that. But then there's been movies where I didn't think they could do as good of a job or make a good story, like Cabin in the Woods. I didn't think they could do a good job with that movie, and they surprised me. It was good. It was well done. Had a twist at the end that you weren't quite expecting, and I won't go into what it was, but overall, I have been surprised by video games. I've been surprised by movies. So I know it's possible. It just has to be really, really well done. Right? Because there's a game that you're playing right now, Project Gorgon, and you're digging it.
Oh, I like it a lot, man. I would actually be making videos and streaming the hell out of it if my PC could handle it. I need to get a new PC, dude, so bad. And I even bought a new game that I haven't even tried to play yet. So I bought Elix. I want to try that out too.
Elix?
It's kind of like a sci-fi-ish kind of Skyrim, sort of, but not quite as well made, but very similar to that, sort of.
I did hear that Skyrim was supposed to be moving to the VR at some point.
Hey, Donald, did you see Trivoli's question to you? Because I know you don't read chat.
I answered him in chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't read chat, apparently.
I was just looking at that. Yeah, so they do stack with each other, huh?
One's a pulse, I think, and the other's a... Oh, he said that too. Never mind.
Like an instant. Like when Bard's raid, you play 1-2-2 for 5 hours. You make raiding sounds amazing for Bard.
Unless you play Resist too. Sometimes you play Resist, I guess.
So you're only doing 2 songs in a raid, right? You're not pushing yourself for the full 5?
If you're in a cleric group and you're behind a wall, staring at a wall, you just play mana songs. You don't even give them Resist. Hell with them. They're not getting hit anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a melee group, you want to do Resist and stuff like that.
At a TOV, out of all the raids we've gone to, I can't really say I needed the extra tick. I'm not going to turn it down, but most of the fights in there are pretty standard unless they get out of control. And I'm almost always on full mana. I never even pick up mod rods on the few that I went to.
Probably get flamed for it, but the Velius rating I've seen is pretty boring. I mean, I've done some in the past, but I mean, like, compared to playing a power dude, Velius is a snooze fest, man. But I haven't done Dragons and VP either, you know what I mean, or whatever here, so.
You need to be a puller.
Oh, yeah, different
it's
game.
A lot less boring.
But when in PoP, everybody did something, you know what I mean? Like, not just the puller, not just the healer, not just the tank, you know what I mean? There's kind of like...
They went away from hiding behind walls.
Everybody.
Like, there weren't any walls anymore that you could hide behind in PoP.
Not that I'm trying to say POP's better, or I ain't trying to like rub anybody the wrong way there, but
the raid zones in POP are definitely better. I'll state it.
I would say it.
Yeah, like innovation and
time.
What is yeah. What's the one with the giant guards?
The
fire?
The summon ones, the ones like the sentinel armor guards.
Oh,
like the floating armors.
No, they were. Well, now I can't remember what it was. Bastion of Thunder, maybe. Is that POP?
Yeah.
This guy is taking. He is a sneaky little.
I can't remember
dwarf.
the end part of Bastion of Thunder. It's up after you touch on the icky thing. The little
BOT.
Yeah, the little penis-shaped electricity rod. You gotta click on that thing.
Yeah.
Everyone always said, "Don't touch the penis" before you went into the raid. Don't touch the penis.
Unless you got,
maybe that was just my story.
Some dude's sneaky and pulling some of our bugs here.
Oh, is he? Well, I mean, if they're at bats and bugs, they'll get the ones to the left of where we're at. That's kind of their camp over there.
I'm gonna get lost.
So Old School Lurker wants to know, is there instances on P2002?
There actually is. And when I left the first time, there was not instances, but there are now. That loose one dropped. They were not when it dropped, but what they found was like Cicera. Oh, here's a bug gun coming, or a spider dude. Cicera was so camped, and it started to become a problem that they went ahead and put a guy at the entrance that you hail, and then you get your own like Cicera basement or whatever. You know what I mean? That way you can go down there and do your raid mobs.
Oh, raid mobs.
Yeah, well, it's the whole zone, but people don't go in there to do very much. I guess you could do your key farming or something, you know what I mean? But most people just use it for raids. You go with your guild, you hail the guy. I think you even say something like your guild name or something about a guild. I can't remember. I only did it once. And then, actually, I have a video of the last video I did for P2002. I was on my wizard, and we raided. But I don't remember if I did the hail for that NPC or not while I was making the video. I can't remember. But yeah, I don't want to say it's completely disappointing, because that's kind of the decision I think they made as a community over there to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I think everyone kind of, I don't know if they voted on it, but that's kind of what they decided. So
I don't know. I loved instances when they first came out. I really did. I thought they were one of the greatest things ever. Because the game was so congested on my server. It wasn't like, oh, Seb is busy, let me go to another zone and we can hunt there. No, every zone, every mob in the game was being camped. And there was a waiting list for, the weirdest places you could possibly think of. So having, instances was just a boon to being able to get something done on an average day. But then, you got to see the downside of it. It started to kill the game. So I guess if they're only going to do it for raids and the community at large is okay with it, then it may not be so bad. Hopefully.
Well, like here, it would probably clear up a lot of dysfunction and stuff. But then you would have every guild, you know what I mean, with sleeper tune stuff. You know what I mean? Then what do you do? You know what I mean? There's no well, we got to get better. You know what I mean? We got to beat that next guild or whatever. So
yeah, I'm not a big fan of them anymore. I like it when they keep them out of there. That's why I was liking Pantheon when they said there would not be any instances in there. They did say that they would allow as many boxing as you want to do, but you have to pay for each one. So, if you're rich or you feel like spending several $100s, I guess you could have multiple computers running the game.
Yeah, well, it doesn't take much of a computer to run that game, to be honest. But
think so? I haven't seen, what the requirements are yet.
Pantheon? Oh, I don't know. Maybe on that one. Maybe. I don't know. But like these other MMOs, it doesn't take
Comes
much.
a stone spider.
Ooh, nice.
Spawn rate's a little slow here, so we're keeping it pretty clear.
We're wrecking face, though. I think that's what it is. Chip's still watching. Thank you. Don't know if you're still watching, Sequoia, but thanks.
Stone spider. Oh, yeah. Probably gonna die.
Here's hoping it's the cloak. I already got one, but it'd be nice to get the rare.
I thought this was the brown chitin chest piece or something like that, they said.
Is it? I thought it was
or something.
Yeah, that's what Flat said.
Oh.
Brown chitin something.
The druid one, I think. That the druids wear. So I got 4 wisdom on it, or 5 wisdom or something. I think. Or you get the clicky eyeball thing.
Clicky eyeball thing, probably.
Yeah, it's
super common.
This is with the XP, man. I want the XP.
How close to level are you?
I'm 40% away still, but I've gotten 40% since we've been here easy.
Really? Nice.
Yep.
And that's to 45 is what you're getting to?
Yep.
You don't want to know what I've gotten.
Well, you're higher.
I'm 50. So. Well, 54 is like
the worst.
Disaster. I mean, it's terrible.
Disco is really the only place you're going to see that move.
I need a rope. Yeah, we'll have to go back to Seb sometime, man. It's been a while.
Oh, there we go. That's pretty nice.
Describe it, dude.
What is it?
It's brown and is gooey.
It's gooey?
It's gooey. It came off as spider, man.
Probably would be gooey. Spider. That's actually not the one I thought it was. I thought it was the druid one. Oh,
it is a druid one, yeah.
Okay, well, I thought it had wisdom on it then.
Well, we have a druid with us. Is that an upgrade to you, man? Or did the druid leave? No, the druid left, right?
The druid left. I'm not paying attention. My son asked me a question, and I'm like getting hit by 2 things, and
that's like maybe a good twink item, maybe, but not greatest. But
yeah, it's not horrible. The one behind you is
I mean, that's some good stats.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a warrior druid.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it's druid only. That's a stupid thing.
I mean, if you're level 1 through 10, it's not gonna matter. You know what I mean?
Right. I got a level 1 druid, so I'll roll on that. It looks like nobody really needs it or wants it.
Oh, dude, you don't want to make a druid. They're horrible for boarding, dude.
Well, I'm doing it as he's called Legacy. It's in honor of my brother, but he's only level 1. I haven't played him much.
Oh god, the thing's eating my face.
I'd say you hadn't played him much if he's still level 1.
Well, I just kind of been gearing him out. He's gonna be completely decked out by the time I actually get in there.
I drew 49 and she's not wearing that, just so you know.
Mine's naked, and he's...
Gosh, this thing does not want to root.
Chupa says it's a great item to start with on a newbie, and it's sexy.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the AC's nice, especially on a brand new, because you're going to melee a lot.
That's what I'm saying, man. Level 1, he's going to be decked out.
Druids aren't bad tanks at lower levels, actually.
Unless we can get over to Dragon Acropolis a little bit more, but even if we did, I kind of want to put that breastplate on my warrior until I get something better.
What's that? The phase spider?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I got on my ranger.
It's a cool looking one.
Looks really cool on a wood elf.
You can probably get that 2K or less nowadays, man.
I saw it in the tunnel at like 2.5. Of course, that's what they're asking. Who knows what it's actually selling for?
You just don't see that too often. Made the mistake of heading into Kearns. I like Kearns. Kearns was an amazing zone. Does this guy want to join us?
Yeah, you gotta go off peak times though. It gets busy.
Kearns is a good place to go, man.
Lots of bone chips. You can get a little bit of burn eye if you're willing to get the bad faction. I would suggest not killing those, but
what is the faction for? Because
you don't need that faction.
I think there's one quest you can do with them, but other than that, there's not really anything you need it for. It's just once you mess it up, you can't get it again.
I killed so many of them. I'm sure it's
all you have to do is kill one. Are you kidding? Yeah, you kill one, you can't fix it.
Yeah, stupid mole people. Don't worry about it, dude.
I killed them on mine. Just because I wasn't worried. I mean, you're playing an XR. Do you really want to worry about faction?
Everybody hates you anyway.
Yeah. The equipment they drop isn't horrible. It does weigh a lot, though. It's like 2 or 3 pounds, which, at that level may not really be that horrible for you because you may not have anything to carry or to use. So I wore a little bit of it, like the pants and the breastplate, I think, until I got woos. XR monks and SKs really have no choice. What, in killing the pandas? Or the burn eyes? Whatever those things are?
They don't have to, but...
I guess they are like mole people. I'm thinking about what they look like. They kind of look like giant moles. See, did Cypher ever get back? No, he's still not home yet.
Get home eventually.
I hope so. I mean, it only takes him about 40 minutes to get there. I hope he got back safe. What?
Downloading, you said? My son's going crazy.
Wonder if Shuriki's going to level tonight.
He's close.
Getting close. Yeah.
He wants that level. He was having some issues in Seb the other night. He was at NG and somebody kept coming in and trying to take his camp from him. Eventually, he put together a group so he could claim it a little bit easier.
I think I'm going to have to start going to Seb more often. I've only been there a few times.
Really good money.
But, I mean, that seems where the experience is.
You get good at pulling the king, and you'll get a pretty good group down there.
If you get to the point where you're comfortable going into king, let us know, because there's almost never anybody there when we go, and you got to have a monk. It's just the way it is.
If I get some more of that TOV gear, some better jewelry items, I should be okay down there.
Just have Shuriki run with you down there one day, and it's all about how to pull it, dude, on a monk, to be honest, I believe, dude. I mean, I'm sure gear helps, don't get me wrong, but I think it's more how to do it. You know what I mean?
Even when you get the mob, he hits like a freight train. He's a little punk. I don't think you'd want to pull that into your at least 58, preferably higher.
Well, he could have a tank with him. He doesn't have to tank it.
I'm just saying to, like, survive the pool.
I think... I don't know.
You think you could do it earlier?
I don't think it's that hard. For a monk, I don't think it's that hard. I think it almost comes solo, dude. All he's got to do is make it back to camp.
This guy's kicking my butt. Yeah, that's the... all you got to do is pull it.
Yeah. Just throw something at it.
It's got feint.
Super easy. It's not like you're going to get any ads whatsoever and have to feint it off a couple times.
Oh, dude.
You got your Peggy cloak? Because you do need Lev in that spot.
I do. Yeah. I've used pretty much every penny of everything I've ever made in this game on this character.
That's a good tactic. You look at Nibers. Well. He only has one tune, but his tune has everything he could possibly want. Maybe minus 1 or 2 items. I don't know if he has the Brain of Kazakh Duel yet. Oh, congrats.
That's more a DKP thing. That's not a bot thing. Although you could probably... Well, I don't know, man. I don't think you could get that without DKP.
No, but I mean, if that's your main, you're probably more likely to be able to afford it with DKP. Because you're not switching back and forth and buying things with your alts. And
There ain't no guild that's going to let that go for plat, though. You know what I mean? Like, people would revolt and kill their guild leader or something.
Not plat, but if you're doing just one character, you probably have more DKP to spend.
Yeah.
Less for you to have to buy.
If you raid. If you raid.
He raids. Or he used to. I mean, I haven't seen him in the game all that much lately, but...
Yeah, he's still with Aftermath, I think.
He is now, yeah. He was out of it for a while. I think they got a little stringent on the raid attendance. I hear Paradigm Shift is doing the exact same thing. Kicking people out if they don't go to all the raids. I'm not quite sure why they let me in it.
I think they haven't kicked you out
yet? Well, maybe they have. I haven't looked lately, but I was in there last time I looked, and I haven't gotten to a raid in...
I don't think it's like live where they can just kick you out. I think they actually have to catch you online to kick you out and be
In the same
Has
zone?
to be in the same zone or something?
So you think that's all it is? They just haven't like bothered to show up to the same zone that I'm in?
Same excuse Sirkin has is we have to catch you and be there doing name changes to get your name changed. We can't get you offline. Same excuse.
Is that true? Because they can load up your character to do returns.
They're not. Yeah, but they're not going to. Is what that means. You know
they're just not worried about it that much.
I mean, if they were worried about it that much, he would change the people that he's chatting with in stream that has illegal names. He would log in and change their name right then. You know what I mean? He doesn't give a shit. He just is. He's just covering the ass of his GMs or whatever is all he's doing by saying that.
They will change your name while you're offline, is what you were saying.
Shit.
Dun dun dun. Log in one day.
Probably if it's like severe
offensive.
But like
if your name is like Ass Munch or something.
Yeah, but Danko for John Tom. They're not gonna change John Tom off on him.
You guys make it sound like Ass Munch is gonna be horrible or something.
What's wrong with Ass Munch?
Well, I was trying to be nice.
Like Cox Internet or something.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd get changed on that.
I thought I saw somebody named Camel Toe once.
Oh, okay, so you're saying Sirkin won't change it, but somebody will.
Yeah, he won't change
it. I strive for the shackle of Teen, Tynn, that I won't be able to get in Classic. Shackle of Steel is nice, though. Have you got any of those chicks?
I got to like the Shackle of Stone, and then I mean, there's so many better items out there than those shackles. If you do the quest, you're just doing it to do the quest, I think.
So it doesn't lead to anything fantastic at the end.
I think the final one is like maybe 6 or 8 AC, and it has like maybe 5 save magic, something like that.
Not bad.
It's not. It's not some great item.
Was it better pre-Canarch or pre-Velius, maybe?
I really couldn't tell you. I don't know enough about it. My Shackle of Stone's in the bank, and I have all the skeletal fingers and all the the 2 other hands that I need for it. I just haven't put the time in to do it, to get it done. There's a bunch of things that have to be forged, and Racial Forge is lousy, so it could take you forever.
Awaken suspension, extend it to the 25th for raiding while suspended. Oh, dude.
Really?
Yeah, apparently they didn't heed the suspension and got an extension to the already extended suspension.
That doesn't happen, does it?
That sounds just dreadful for those guys that clearly cannot go a few days without abandoning ship, you think?
They're going to start banning accounts pretty soon, I'm sure. I'm sure it was a small group of people that are, like, bucking the system.
4 out of 8 took more than one group. Well, Chupa did link the Shackle of Steel one, which is 9 AC, 5 Strength, 5 Stamina, and 5 to Magic, like you were saying. It is 0.1 of weight, so that's, something
right there.
But, yeah, you like Black Panther is so much better than that.
Yeah, well, it's not bad. So, the Black Panther is only 6 AC. So the AC on it's pretty good. And even the TOV is only 6 AC. So the AC on that Shackle of Steel is pretty good.
It was 8, right? That's what I said?
9, I think.
9? Okay.
What's that Velius Shackle quest, though? Is that good for monks or no?
It gives you the pouch.
No, the one that's Velium shards or whatever, quickie Velium shards. The one where you could get the piece in Awakening Lands and turn it into the Knolls or whatever over an Iceclad.
I have no idea.
I don't know what that is either.
It's the one level 1 did. Level 1 Undercon. On his channel. Can't remember the name of them, though. They're shackles, I think, or something.
Looking at the Black Panther, the other one is definitely better than it.
Yeah. After I heard you say that, yeah. Might be worth doing.
If you already got all the stuff for it, yeah, just go turn it in. Maybe if it's a long, drawn-out quest and you hadn't gotten all the pieces, you'd have to kind of decide that, but...
It's all the forged things that I don't look forward to.
Well, you might be able to buy some of them.
Yeah, a lot of them are tradable. But I don't know how often people are selling them.
Chuba says the monk can't use the Ice Forge shackle.
Oh, they can't? Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Well, I would give you any pieces that I got, except I don't ever use a forge button.
What about the, what's it called? Benevolent Bracer, or whatever.
Oh, Jesus. Is that? Isn't that, yeah, they can. Isn't that the one where it's the scout roll?
Yeah, it's a scout.
I mean, sounds like a major pain.
That's the one that spawns every 10 hours?
It's 10 hours, and then there's, like, apparently there's a bunch of people there that I guess you just roll.
Yeah, everybody just rolls.
To do the quest?
Mm-hmm. You gotta have the faction, but...
Is it COV faction?
I'm not sure. I've never actually done it. I know Cypher has been there numerous times, and he won within, I think it was 3 or 4 rolls, which I know people were probably very ticked off about because they've been there for months trying to get it, but he got lucky, and then he never came back.
Why would you go back?
That's a pretty nice bracer.
Well, he needs it on several different tunes. Every tune has something nice. I think there's like a lantern or something for the cleric, which he linked it to me once, and the stats were crazy. So I do need to go over there and try it at least a couple times.
So will you roll and then you get to turn in an item, and then what do you kill a mob or something? Or?
I'm not sure. I think you roll, whoever wins gets to loot an item and turn it in.
Yeah, I don't know how the roll works.
I think you do turn in an item, but I think the item you get to turn in is like buyable from a vendor or something ridiculous. Like everybody has it, is what I'm saying. The 10 is 12 AC, 10 strength, 10 stamina, 10 agility, 25 hit points, and some crap that doesn't relate, and some magic resist, 10 magic resist. And it's used in the Whistling Fist quest, but it's not classic. If the Deads decide to implement stuff that was supposed to be part of classic, it would fit. Hail an NPC in Sky Shrine for the scout. That's to get the item that you need, Chupa, to turn in.
Yeah, that's. I think
so it is. It is COV faction. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so yeah, you gotta go to Sky Shrine and hail the guy for the item, and then you go over to Western Waste and do your random. Which I got good faction on most of my tunes with Sky Shrine right now. It's like the easiest one to get these days.
Yeah.
Oh, dwarves are easy. It's Sky Shrine is a little bit. It's the same. Like if you kill giants.
Right. Well, thankfully, I got most of my guys' faction back in the day when you could kill giants outside of KO. I know now it's a little bit harder. You got to kill the ones in the arena if you want to get that good faction hit.
No, I think you're still good. I think it's what it was the ones outside were like 10 times the faction hit.
Right, and they lowered that down.
Yeah, now it's the same. Like I guess everywhere's the same.
No, still the ones in the arena are more. Like you can kill.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, you can kill the ones outside, but it's going to take you a lot longer to do it. So there's almost never anybody out there doing it anymore. Used to see faction groups going on 24 hours a day. It's related to all the broken quests for Ixars that never got completed, like Green Mist and the Necro Cap, etc. You know, I'd kind of be okay with them implementing the quests that never got completed into P99. I know some people would be against that because it's not classic, but it was supposed to be classic, and they never finished it because they moved on to further expansions. And since we're not going to get those expansions, it would be cool to see those quests finished in the way that they were supposed to be, or at least in some kind of manner that would befit those quests.
It'd be custom content, right?
Yeah, and they have mentioned that they wanted to do custom content. Just not anything that resembles zones that already exist, so no POP or anything like that. Yeah, finish off some of those quests. Even better yet, throw in a few quests for items that were clearly meant to be quest items that were never added to any kind of quest. They were just weird stuff that mobs drop, no trade, never got used in anything.
Yeah, I actually had one of those today in Burning Woods. A giant dropped a tree limb or something, but then I looked it up and it had no use.
Yeah, it has a loot table and it has like all that stuff, but never used in anything. It's just weird. Let's see. The Shackleton did not get added until POP, I think, because stuff was broken in Howling Stones. The XR quest never went outside of Kunark. Especially if, like, the original devs, the people who created the game, at some point talked about or posted stats on what the item should have been if the quest was working properly and then never got fixed. Like, then you know the thing is already there. It's already, like, implemented into the game. It just never got reworked enough for somebody to finish.
Are we bats and bugs?
We are LDC.
I'm falling asleep on the calls there, sorry.
So the cleric job is too easy for you? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, get to staring off into space, you know what I mean?
We could try something a little harder if you want to switch over to your bard. We could go do Seb, see if that's camped.
I don't know if it's easier, but it's more relaxing, you know what I'm saying? It's already on your face, dude.
There's only 18 players in Seb. We could try that if you guys are up for it.
I probably have till 9 o'clock here because I got to get up early at 5:30 in the morning again. So
okay.
This 6 days a week stuff's killing me, dude. Sorry.
When's that in for you?
Never, probably. It feels like. I don't know. Hopefully soon.
My 5:30 wake up calls stop when my kid's school ends.
That's what mine is too, but. We need to hire 2 people until mine stops.
Are you working double shifts?
Just 6 days a week and usually between 8. Well, I always work 8 hours a day, but sometimes 10 hours a day. So it's just busy right now.
Nothing up.
And then you guys sleep for so long. Waste half your day right there.
Play Everquest, jeez. Not complaining.
Hey, I got one incoming.
I'm wearing out fast nowadays.
Is he still playing Fortnite?
They're playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's not a big Fortnite.
He's not a big
Fortnite guy.
Did he like that pirate one that ZK and Cypher were talking about?
We got it. And he played it half a dozen times, and they don't really play it too much anymore. So I kind of blew it on getting that one first. I should have just tried it with the Game Pass thing and then not bought it, to be honest. So maybe if they come out with more stuff or make it easier to match games or something. You match games. It's just it's not fun unless it's your buddies. You know what I mean? So, and they didn't have enough stuff to do. Like, they would get stuff, and then another ship would come up, and they just get wrecked. You know what I mean? And then after you do that 3 or 4 times, it's not fun anymore. Because it's open water PvP, so...
Right. So it's not an open world with, like, a whole bunch of people in.
It's servers, but it puts you on a server, but, like, you could get a task, and you could go to an island, and you could go into the island and beat the boss and get the skull or the loot or the chest or whatever, and be like, yeah! And then as soon as you get back to your boat, another boat can come up and sink you and kill you off. And take you everything you have.
What was the name of the game? Do you remember?
See something? Can't remember off the top of my head. No.
Sea of Thieves. There it is. Yeah.
It's a good game.
A lot of people streaming that.
It's a good game to role play and be silly and have fun with too. To be honest, so
do a lot of army bitches.
Yeah, a lot of pirate talk. It'd be something that we would dig for a month or two. You know what I mean? Really get into. But I guess according to a lot of the streamers, there's not enough content right now. So
that's how a lot of games are. You know, you play, especially single player ones. You play for a little while, but then you kind of run out of things to do.
So what I've seen on there, and I've seen a lot of streams on it, is that you can get a 2-man boat. Like I think they call it a skiff.
You can do it with single too.
Yeah, or one to 2-man boat, or a 3 to 6, I think. Like a brigand or I don't know what it's called. But basically, you just go around and you either kill other boats, or you go to an island. That's pretty much it.
You go to an island and do an event, like, well, you get quests, so you have to say, like, go to Monkey Island and kill the skull, or the captain or whatever. It's always a skeleton captain or something. And then, but there's raids, so, like, those are events like a skull goes up in the sky, like, with glowing eyes, and it's a signal to all the boats in the area, like, there's a special event going on there, and they all race to it. And you have to fight each other and the thing, and to get the special item on the island. That's the best in-game thing they have.
And how many people are on the server?
I think a lot.
I don't know.
Like I think there's a lot of people playing it.
Oh, okay. So you have everybody who's playing the game on one server.
No, there's I think there's several.
And you said it's hard to group with your friends?
You matchmake through Xbox, so that's not the hard part. It's hard if you don't have friends, because then you group with people who don't have mics, or you group with people that, like, I'm sure the last time I grouped with one person, it was just me and him. I don't know. I think he jumped off the boat and killed himself or something, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like, he was there, and then I was like, "Where'd you go?" And, like, he was gone. So I don't know if he unplugged his Xbox. Like, the hell with that guy, or what happened, dude? He might have killed himself. I don't know.
Chubas and Galleon. I think it was the bigger version.
That's the 3 to 6 man or something.
Wait, Monkey Island? The bad guy was the block. That was a great click and play game, Monkey Island.
There's different names of islands. I don't know what all of them are called, man. I got to I soloed for a little bit, okay? I was like, it's a beautiful game, by the way. Beautiful.
Yeah.
The sea was
graphics
so great.
Are nice.
The boat control is awesome. It's got maps. It's got quests. It's a beautiful game. Got to the first island, got out there and killed some stuff and got some loot. And you eat bananas to live, and that was kind of cool. And then the named guy came, and I died like 5 times in a row to him, because I was by myself, I guess, or I didn't know what I was doing, or I wasn't good at it, or all of the above.
And you're eating nothing but bananas, dude. You need some spinach in your diet. You need some coconuts, a little bit of meat, some protein, peanut butter.
It's like the only way to live is to eat phallic food, dude. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. Can you at least fry them up?
No, dude.
Elvis Presley style.
It's weird, because, like, if you start to die, you got to hurry up and grab your banana, stick it in your mouth.
Just your banana, not somebody else's, at least.
Yeah, not other people. Well, no, you can steal other people's bananas and put them in your mouth, dude.
Doesn't that hurt?
No, dude.
Just rip them right off, huh?
Exactly. You can board their boat while they're not looking and steal their banana.
Pretty sure I'd feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You need a rubber chicken and some grog. What was the manic guy in that one in not Maniac Mansion, in Monkey Island, who was always waving his arms back and forth? He was trying to sell you stuff.
Don't remember that, dude. Sorry.
I think the best part of that was the humor that they would add into it, especially when you had to do the swordsman part. You had to come up with the catchy repartee every time they said something like, "Your mother was a monkey."
Your mother was a monkey?
But the fighting in that one, it's all ship to ship, but what about the melee combat? Is it...
You can stab people and shoot them.
So you do have, like, muskets. Can you get, like, better versions of it, or is it just kind of default what you start with?
That I don't know. I've seen them where they jump off of ship and they swim to the other ship and kind of sabotage and put, like, explosives on it.
I think there's a sword. I know there's a sword, but then I think there's at least a musket and a sniper rifle looking thing. Like, at least 2 kinds of guns. But as far as, like, what you grind for, you don't grind for, like, a gun with a better scope or a longer range shoot or a stronger bullet. There's nothing like that to grind for. It's all cosmetic.
So not a lot of RPG aspects incorporated into it.
No. It's all... You can actually go back to town and...
or anything, or...
Nope. Well, there's factions. So there's, like, 3 factions, and I can't remember what they are, but, like, maybe one is the Gypsy and one's the... I don't know. There's 3 people that give quests, so those 3 factions are what you grind for. And then you can, as you get gold, you can like decorate your boat or change your armor or change like there's instruments you play, so you can get like a gold one or a different colored one or something. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Shit like that.
Yeah, I saw somebody with a squeeze box the other day.
The sniper thing seems kind of unrealistic considering it's all smoothbore at the time. You wouldn't really be able to sniper anybody with that. At least not consistently.
It's like a rifle, and it's kind of neat that they did. It's weird that they did a sniper, but it looks, when they put it up to their eye on the streams, it looks like you're looking through a telescope that's got a big crack through it. So it's kind of like a broken, you know what I mean, telescope.
And you can hit your target consecutively or consistently, I should say.
I never tried it, but I've seen people shooting it.
Yeah, I guess. If you give a lot of variance to where the bullet would arc and actually end up, it might be a little bit more realistic. Maybe they're not going for realism, though.
Yeah, not on... I mean, I don't think sniper rifles existed in Pirate Days, but maybe.
You know, they had rifles, and I guess if you were trying to hit your target, you could be considered a sniper. But yeah, until they came out with the rifle bore on the inside, which gave it its spin, it was very difficult for you to predict, you know, where that was going to go.
That wasn't until the mid-1800s, wasn't it?
Yeah, something around there. I know they were talking about it with, like, the Civil War. I know a little bit about them, not too much.
Yeah. I don't think this is truly, like, supposed to be historically correct because you can shoot your friends out of cannons to get over on the island quicker. So I'm pretty sure it's not.
Unless it's the circus, I would say not completely accurate. The blunderbuss, I did like the blunderbuss. It's a good name, and you could like put like knives and silverware in there, and the Johnny Depp movies. Is that a thing though? You can really shoot your friends out of a cannon?
Uh-huh.
What if you shoot your friend out of a cannon and he hits the side of the ship? Does it like splat him all over the side, or?
Might need a heal.
No. So if you okay, I got you, man. Incoming. If you like pull up to a boat, you're like a strat is to shoot your friends over to the boat. That way they can attack. You know what I mean? That's a strat.
Feet first or face first?
I'm guessing head first. I mean, if I had to be shot out of a cannon, I ain't going out feet first.
No.
It means your head's taking that full brunt. I ain't doing that.
Put a neck brace on.
You're gonna need a little bit more than that. Sounds interesting, though. I know Cypher was really excited about it, and ZK was enjoying it for a while there. I think, like you guys said, his computer just wasn't able to handle it.
That is, I mean, you know, because of my computers, a laptop or whatever, but consoles, you don't have to, you know what I mean? Console handles anything, so. Which reminds me, you played, change the subject, sorry about that, the War of Mine. Remember you played that the other day?
Yeah, I like that one.
Remember me telling you they had a version with kids or something?
You said that about a baby. I kept expecting to see it at some point, and thankfully I never saw any kids die in that.
Well, that version's free to play on the Xbox Pass right now, so I downloaded it the other day, but I haven't played it yet.
You gotta do some videos of that one.
It's literally like I watched the previews, and I don't know if I'll be able to play it, dude, to be honest.
Heart-wrenching.
Like, oh, come on, it's going to be okay. Just take your medicine. It'll be all right. I'm like, oh, my God. Like to a little girl, you know what I mean, down on his knee, talking to her. Just take your medicine. It's going to be okay.
It reminds me a lot of, like, The Sims with, like, the worst possible surroundings and just depressing outcome to everything.
How would I live with myself if I like had 3 kids and I killed them all, dude?
You know you're gonna kill them all. No, that's guaranteed. They're all gonna die. Like, there's no way you're winning that game. But
Yeah, but you can't hit the button like let's eat Sally. You can't do that.
No, you can't cannibalize yet. Maybe at some point they'll put that in there.
But it was funny that
sounds like a really fun game.
It's a lot more interesting when you're playing it, but yeah, it's very depressing.
You didn't see him Twitch that one? That's pretty cool.
I will be up on the YouTube channel at some point here in the future. I'll show those videos. It's hard, though. You have to go out and scavenge food and items, and when you're out there, you run into people that might be hostile to you. You also run into people that just want to be left alone, and you may or may not inadvertently kill a grandmother and a grandpa and take all their stuff.
I may be pulling from somebody else's camp.
Was LeChuck? Yeah, I think you're right. LeChuck was the bad guy.
That didn't work. Oh, God.
I remember they almost got me in the very first one.
Spam.
You walk up to a wooden stump, and you click on it, and it says, please insert disc 872.
For what?
For Monkey Island.
Oh, okay.
It kind of takes you back to the old days where, you know, you would have, because it's like the old floppies, you know, the 3.5s or whatever, or 5.5s. You'd have it where you throw it in there, and you'd have like 50 discs that you'd have to go through, and it wouldn't ask you for one until you actually needed it. Oh, there's Finch. That's your friend, right?
Yeah. Got room if he wants in here.
Nah, he's right there. He's even to me if you want to.
Where's he at?
Hit him up. He's just ran away.
He might be trying to get his monk thing, epic thing. I don't know.
Swordplay was awesome because it was all puns. That's exactly what I was just mentioning earlier. I can't remember any of the puns, but the humor in that game is spot on. There are 2 other games. If you liked Monkey Island, check these out. You'll probably like these too. There was a game called... oh, man. Now I'm spacing... Hold on 1 second, guys. Give me a minute, guys. I'm getting a call here. I gotta go AFK.
All right. Nope, not that. We don't need that yet. Too early. I never played Monkey Island, so I can't talk about it. Sorry, everyone.
Me neither. I don't even know what it is. Didn't have a movie? Monkey Island?
They have Monkey Ball, like, at the arcade thing now. Like, where you spin the ball and it shoots the ball towards round monkey. I don't know.
Yeah, never played that.
Yeah,
Monkey Island sounds like a movie.
Yeah, Monkey Island is a movie, I'm pretty sure.
Just not enough mobs.
Oh, you're a main tank now, sir. Let me know if you need buffs.
What do I have?
I might get 55M.
Major shielding from my stave. And ultravision.
This is why I don't like Siege/Ubisoft. Because it's not the fact that...
guy in the bats.
It's not the fact that, like, these glitches happen.
Let me get your... I'll get you at least some kind of buffs here when you get back.
Pretty empty. I could see where this would be a good duo place, or maybe even trio.
Yeah, dude, Monk solo here a lot. This is the spot for them. Or maybe they do it with a shaman or something. Come over here maybe if it's not camp sometime with you and my shaman.
Tell you what, the geos were really good. That was
I think the XP is better there or here?
I don't know. Duo-wise, I don't know. We'd have to check that out.
That's not the spell I want.
The loot's better, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Even if you got that, the better drop every time here, you wouldn't make enough plat compared to them gems. Because it's just not worth as much, you know what I mean?
Right.
There you go. There's some more HP, sir.
Thank you.
Put this guy on. Yeah. Do you think you'll try some other games, man? I know that I go out and AC goes out and tries some, and Cypher definitely does. I mean, you seem to be a true Everquest guy for a long time and maybe forever. You ever think about trying different stuff, man?
I've considered it. I mean, like that Sea of Thieves looks neat, but I feel like if I get into something else, then I don't know.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to head out here for a little bit. I was just talking to my mom. Apparently, my dad got scammed. He gave out his credit card, not his credit card, his driver's license, last social security number, and all this other bull crap. So we're gonna have to change all those numbers, which is as he gets older, I guess it's gonna happen. But yeah.
Let's run to the entrance, unless you just need to camp right this second, dude.
Nah, we can run to the entrance if you don't mind.
All right. Because I was gonna call in about 20 minutes anyway.
Maybe run back to you. There you are.
I think they probably heard, but I wanted to follow this place.
Yeah, they're both following you.
I know ZK was just talking about that earlier, about him getting a phishing email.
Yeah.
Not that way, this way.
People left and right.
And then turn, okay. We could train these out if you want, or kill them. If you're in a hurry, let's just train them out.
Nah, we kill them at the entrance. I got them out. I mean, they got the information. They're doing something with it. Not much. I don't even know what you do on that one. They sent him a copy of his driver's license. Last 4 digits of his social security number.
I don't know, dude. That's shitty, though. You know?
My wife's grandfather just had that happen as well.
What did they do?
Yeah.
Like, how did they...
Wow.
I don't know any details. I know he got a phone call, or I think it was a phone call, and he said it sounded official, and he made one of his own.
I just had the DA.
He got a phone call, and they asked him a question. He started answering and started giving out information.
But you don't know who you call to fix all that? Like, you can't get your driver's license number changed.
I don't know how he got it all fixed.
I'm zoning.
I think he had to cancel some cards, and yeah, it was...
I zoned, guys. Be careful. I did give you a hot before I zoned, or a little bit before I zoned.
Yeah, I'm still good here.
I couldn't get that. I tried to road it, and he kept beating me in the face. And I was at 10M anyway, so... Oh yeah. Hopefully you guys didn't die.
No, we survived
it. We're good. Everything's dead. Except for us.
Chupa called the DMV and let them know what happened. You should be able to get a new one for a fee, of course. A new one with a new number on it. Because if that's the case, I'll do that tonight. We'll get all that done. I can't believe they gave out that stuff.
Sorry, you're actually doing this thing.
Some of that stuff sounds official. I mean,
I know it does. It just... It sucks. Alright, guys. With any luck...
people do that.
With any luck, I'll be back on tonight. We'll be streaming some Darkfall. I do apologize for making it short and all the issues we've been dealing over the last couple days. It was pretty fun in here, though, guys. I had a lot of good experience, and I think we got some fairly decent loot tonight. I got a bubble and a half plus the level that I already got.
Yeah, man, I got over 40% easily, so.
Good deal. Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
Thanks again for everybody watching in the stream. Chupa, if you have any other tips on things I might try, hit me up on Skype. I could use them. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you in just a little bit. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series, in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.